This is like day 3 of just straight rain and mist.
It's a good thing. We've been in a moderate drought since since the crazy drought back in the fall. Just never got the rain that we needed, but we're finally getting some rain and we'll take it.
However, I've got this truck project that I'd like to get done, but it's just, I need it to dry up a little bit.
I could bring that truck bed in here in the shop, but I need some manpower to help me lift that thing up. It's a 3-person minimum job. 4 people would be better.
Undercoated the whole frame on this truck yesterday. We're still a little bit tacky. It's just, this does not make very good drying weather. So you're gonna need at least the rest of the day probably to finish setting. I'm installing this rear block kit on the truck. This kit is from Superlift. That's a 5-inch block. I took the old blocks out of here, which were the stock 2-inch blocks by Ford. They're Ford stamped there. The guy before me who had the truck installed I think it's Ready Level lift on the front, I think, or Rough Country, I'm not sure. I think it's Ready Level, but he put like a 2 or 3-inch lift on the front and left the stock blocks in, so it sat kind of like this. I kind of like the look, but not a huge fan of it. Main reason being is it sucks for towing. So when I put a trailer of hay on here, it just was super squatted. It was squatted already with the trailer empty, and then you put, you know, big bales or small bales, whatever it is, and it sits like this. So that was the big reason for me to step away from the stock blocks and put a bigger block in the back. The rear end, I think, might be a little bit higher now than the front. And if I really don't like it, then I'll get a 4-inch block or something like that. But it should be a lot better for towing. But I'm running into a problem. This kit, you know, you go on the website, it said the kit is a perfect fit for the truck, which it is, except the U-bolts are just too long for this application here. And so I have to stack 8 washers to get, just to get enough space up the U-bolt so I could actually torque down on the nut, because the threads stop around right here. So that's kind of an annoyance. I'm not 100% sure if that is the most safest and secure thing, stacking a bunch of washers on top. I mean, I don't see why it can't work. I just don't love it. But we are torquing down on them as hard as I can, and then I'm going to actually put a second nut on top of here. Anyway, we're gonna get this put together. We're gonna take it out the lane, try to get the rear end, try to get everything settled, and then we'll re-torque everything down, and hopefully we should be good to go. That's how she sits. I think the front is definitely a little bit lower than the back. So I'm hoping that when we put the bed back on, that it'll kind of put the back end down a little bit. I'm not too picky about it because I may or may not be selling the truck. I've been trying to sell the truck, but then like I do all this work to it, and then I'm like, well, I should keep the truck for a while, right? I don't know. We'll see. Definitely looks nicer now with the frame coated and everything, and blocks back up. It's probably going to tow a lot better now. Actually, I know it'll tow a lot better. So maybe I'll be like, hey, we want to hold on to this thing. Only 190,000 miles on it, and it's been studded. New head gaskets, been bulletproofed, deleted, some engine work done to it. Do you keep it? Do you sell it? I don't know. It's a 6L. Been 4 days since we baled this hay. I'm going to check the moisture in these bales again. They're still going through their sweating process. Hanging around 20 on this bale here. We'll get some temperatures here in a bit. But I like to probe the moisture first. This one feels a little bit wet just by how tough it is to poke in there. Yep, this is a wet one. Poke it in there, and look how much that bale has sweat. That is crazy. So we're gonna leave the probe in here for a little while. I want the thing to get as hot as it can. It's saying 70 degrees. You saw it flash there. But what I found with that moisture reader is that it's not a very immediate response when it comes to the temperature on there. It's not a very immediate thermometer, kind of like any thermometer. What I should get is actual bale thermometers that you can stick in the bale and just leave in there. That would be a real smart thing for me to do. But I don't have that right now. So for now, we're just going to keep that thing in there, and then we'll come up and check it in a little while, and we'll actually see what the temperature is. All right, it's been about 45 minutes. Let's check. Turn the thing on, moisture first. Around that 38% moisture, and temperature Still reading 70. So I'm going to continue to leave it in there, but that is a 40% bale that has been sweating or curing for 4 days. That's still only reading 70 degrees, and it is 70 degrees outside. Numbers like that are kind of hard to believe sometimes, so I have a test subject happening over here. This is the pile of super wet bales that we set aside because they were noticeably heavier than the rest of the stack. And they're just kind of mounted up here in a random fashion. No sensibility to however I stacked them. I just threw them in a pile here, and we're gonna see if they cure. And if they do, that'll just be another testimony for Silo King, I guess. You think this stuff is ready to cut? About up to my chest. That's a thick stand of hay. I love to see it. So I don't know if I made a big oopsie or not. There's a handful of guys that have hay laying in the area. Yesterday and today were super windy, but the sky looked exactly like this. Cloudy, just very partly sunny here and there. It's cold. Well, not cold, but it's 68 degrees right now, excuse me. And it was like 70 yesterday, and it's supposed to be a little even chillier tomorrow. And I think even cloudier, less breeze. I just didn't feel confident enough that I was gonna be able to get this hay dry. This is the thickest and heaviest stuff I have right now. I wasn't confident I was gonna be able to get it dry in the few days of kind of this kind of weather that we have. So I opted to not mow the hay. There's a neighbor that mowed some hay up here. It looks dry. It's been sitting there for 3 days. And there's no rain till Wednesday, so it might dry, but it wasn't as thick as this stuff. However, I did make that in 3 days, but we had 100% sunny and breezy. It was hotter. But however, it looks like we might have a window this weekend, so hopefully we can take advantage of it then and get this stuff made. The grass field across the waterway, it is not as mature as this alfalfa orchard stand, and that's just because it's a straight grass stand and it got a half dose of nitrogen during spring top dress, so it's kind of behind, which is okay. I would rather it be behind because then I can stagger all my cuttings, because a one-man show is hard to make things happen in a timely manner. I got the bed back on my truck. We'll take a final look under the hood here. Not even the hood, but I coated the frame. We got the new bed rails on. We put the bigger blocks in the back now. These are too big. They are definitely too big because now the truck kind of sits nose down. However, that will kind of help with the towing. It won't look as squatted when it's towing, so that's kind of a good thing. And if I really want to swap out the blocks, I can do it. It's not that hard. But I put another coat of like bed liner paint in the bed, kind of make it look a little bit better. There's a couple spots here where the welder burnt through the bed liner. I really don't care about that. It's I'm not too concerned about it. Yeah, truck's done. Feels good to have that back and done. Just got to put this tank in place and bolt it down and be ready to go. I want to cut into this bale here. So this was a wet bale. I can feel the moisture on the bale here, but it's not warm at all. I want to cut into it to see what it's like on the inside. It's been over a week. It's been 8 days since we baled. There's no heat at all. No discoloration, nothing. This blows my mind.